And we're live at the Sengkang Hockey Stadium for match number 17 in the men's competition, the 5th-6th playoff between Hong Kong and Indonesia. The same two teams that competed for those positions in the women's. Game will be an eagerly contested one. Indonesia just managed to score their first goal of the tournament in the last game, of the round-robin competition, where they lost 7-1 to Myanmar. But before that, 4 games preceding, they lost 7-0 to Singapore, 6-0 to Thailand, 3-0 to Hong Kong, and 9-0 to Chinese Taipei, conceding a whopping 29 goals and only scoring 1. Hong Kong have come into this stage of the event, having conceded 17 goals and scored 5. They have a world ranking of 45 and a tournament ranking of 2, but currently lie 5th on the table. Two passionate renditions of their national anthems as the teams exchange pleasantries before we get ourselves underway here. Hong Kong, China, coached by former South African men's coach Fabian Gregory, and Indonesia, coached by Happy Ludin. I do beg your pardon. As we have a look at the starting lineups for the two teams here, Hong Kong, China will go first. Some of the key players for them. Number 4, Felix, the captain. He's got 39 caps and 3 goals behind his name Also important will be number 12, Chuen, in that central midfield role, as will James Shepherdson be in the midfield as well, creating opportunities. Indonesia, they'll rely heavily on their goalkeeper Zain Deed to keep them in the games, as will the central defender and captain Denny. But through the midfield it will all be Kamruddin, with the target man up front, Ilham, making up the rest of the core. That defence will be Glenaldi and Rumapia, number 14 and number 15. And we get ready. Hong Kong China will be playing in the red and white, and coming from the right of your screen, Indonesia in the green and white, playing from your left. Hong Kong China's previous results getting to this stage of the event: they lost 6-2 to Myanmar, 5-2 to Chinese Taipei, 3-0 to against 3-0 against Indonesia, lost 6-2 to Singapore, and 5-1 against Thailand. These two games have played only once before, and that was in the round robin stage of this competition. We've just mentioned Hong Kong winning the game 3 goals to 0. It's a very different looking Hong Kong side. They've left a number of senior players at home as they save their leave to be able to attend the Asian Games later in the year. Felix, the dangerous man, up front, beats the defence, all ends up, and goalkeeper's eliminated. And there you go, first goal of the game coming through number 6, Yu, who smashes it in at the far post. But it's a good bit of play down the left-hand side. Felix making his way through some heavy traffic in the circle before delivering to the far post. And Hong Kong China opened the scoring in the first minute of the quarter, but Zain Deed, in the process of that goal being conceded, has been smashed, and he's not looking in a good way. Four players plus the umpire crowded around him. I do wonder whether he might have incurred a concussion, because he was diving outstretched to get across to that far post as Yu was smashing that ball home. The medical team make their way onto the pitch, but just a little bit more about Yu. He's now scored his 3rd goal of the tournament. He has 34 caps behind his name, today being his 35th. So we have a quick break in play for the medical team to take care of the Indonesian goalkeeper Zain Deed. Hong Kong China team gathering, make sure that they remain focused. The Indonesian bench looking on. And more importantly for Indonesia, they don't have a second goalkeeper listed on the team sheet. So one of the outfield players might have to don the goalkeeping gear, or they'll elect to play with a kicking back. Stretch has been brought on, and he doesn't look in good form, does Zain Deed. Doesn't look good for him, but whether it's a back injury or concussion, we'll wait for news from the sideline before we update you. The medical team certainly making sure that they do their duties, and primary responsibility is the safety of our athletes. They'll have to make a decision as to whether he's fit to continue. Looks like he's getting ready to play. Managed to shrug it off. But no, he's certainly not walking very well, is Zaindeed. Medical team not happy and getting him off the pitch. Seems to be in a lot of pain, holding his chest. They say so. I wonder if that's maybe a rib or two that's been tickled. Indonesia now without a goalkeeper. They need to get a kicking back on the field. So it'll be a field player who has the privileges of a goalkeeper. Looks like Usman, who will be making his way into that position. Usman on the pitch now as the kicking back, and the game is back underway. Hong Kong, China with a 1-0 lead. We just have the confirmation of the goal scorer from the stadium announcers, and Felix Chihim has got possession again, gets through 4 or 5 tackles first, rolls through the 5th, and there's a shot at goal. Good defending by Usman. Ball cleared to the side by Glenaldi. Win for Monthong, not able to control the trap, gives the free hit away. Indonesia go down long. Ho recycles just for Hong Kong. So goes to the right-hand sideline, but umpire Harry deeming that ball to have run over the sideline. Indonesia. With the possession now, building up. Glenaldi comes to the right-hand side. Denny. That'll be a free hit on the right sideline. Hadianto runs off the ball and leaves it for Kamruddin. Denny now has it, plays into the midfield. Sudasa Yos goes out to the left-hand side. Kuzari has the ball, looking to feed Abidin. Beats the first one, but gives the ball straight back to the second defender. That's a good tackle. Sudasa Yos plays the ball out to Hadianto. Hadianto wins possession back. Bit of sloppy possession by Tsoi for Hong Kong. Hadianto. Well played by Indonesia. Free hit to Kamruddin. Been watching a bit of the Soccer World Cup with a few rolls too many. Hadianto to the captain, Denny. That raised dangerously into a very crowded defence. So in the game of hockey, you're allowed to lift the ball, but anything above the knee is deemed dangerous if it's in a crowded zone. Umpire's interpretation comes into it, but Hong Kong, China. It's a good ball via the aerial route, and that comes to Ho. Looking for Felix, once again posting up in that central forward role. Good chase coming on from the goal scorer Yu, but he's not able to keep it in possession. Indonesia will build up from deep in the defensive left half. Abidin takes the contact and wins the free hit. Glenaldi over the ball now. Cracks it down, but that's well charged down by Hong Kong, China. Penalty corner comes. Couple of stick tackles against Yu. And Indonesia will now have to defend this one without a goalkeeper. Young Usman will don the goalkeeper's gear. So he'll be allowed to put on a helmet and gloves and protective equipment. Two runners going to the right hand side looking for deflections, and standing over the ball is Ho, with Felix to his left. Ho it'll be. The drag flick comes in, but it's high over the goals. Doesn't bother the defense from Indonesia too much. Glenaldi gets the game going. Carries forward from the full-back position, engages the line and finds a good ball through the midfield. Before Sudasa Yos was tackled, but illegally so, and Yos plays the free hit and raises the ball dangerously into the legs of James Shepherdson. Chung. Tsoi wins the free hit. Advantage played. Game proceeds. Out down the right sideline now with Hong Kong China. That's charged down. Jasper Au plays the ball around the back. Ho goes back to Tso. Now out to the left sideline where Tsoi has it, and he's charged down by Hadianto. Tsoi. Engages the first line of defence and then rolls it out. Mohammed Ilham having to do some running. It's better marking through the midfield by Indonesia. Touch on off the foot of James Shepherdson. So it'll be a free hit to Indonesia in the left midfield position. Standing over the ball for Indonesia is Rumapia. He goes aerial but gets the ball hooked in the stick and throws it over the sideline. Good pressure on Chun. They come forward. James Shepherdson, he's been good. Wins a free hit. Been one of the finds of the tournament for Hong Kong China. Someone that I'm sure will feature a lot in their future plans. Ho goes down the line to Felix, but just a little bit too far ahead of him. The ball goes over the baseline. Long corner. Oh, sorry, I do beg your pardon, a 16-yard. Denny. To Rumapia. Good outlet to the right sideline. Kamruddin now has it. And that's off a foot from Hong Kong. It'll be a free hit to Indonesia. The foot coming off the captain, Siu. Aerial ball, free hit going the route of Hong Kong. Umpire judging the striker from Indonesia not to have given the defender 5 meters to control that ball. Tsoi. Chun. Siu. Only option is to play back. Good transfer to the right hand side. Plenty of space for Hong Kong. Good ball to Felix in the middle. Posting up, he takes the contact, beats two. Drives at the circle. Beats the third one. And the infringement was inside the circle. There were 3 or 4 nibbles at his stick, and umpire Harry awarding a penalty corner to Hong Kong. Second penalty corner attempt for them. we wait for the defender Usman, the kicking back, to put all his protective gear on. Hong Kong China now set. They get the ball in. And there you go, goal number 2. Easy as you like, good drag flick. That's scored by number 22 for Hong Kong China, Ho. They get their second goal in the 8th minute of the game. Indonesians playing with a kicking back because their goalkeeper, Zain Deed, was injured in the process of trying to make a save when the first goal was scored. He's been carted off by the medical team, not looking in a good way at all. Hong Kong China, ball carried in by number 25, Shepherdson. Nobody was home for them, and Indonesia now build up on the right-hand side. Hadianto down the line into space. Cleared away to safety by Chun. Hadianto plays to Kamruddin. Denny. Now with the ball is Glenaldi. He hasn't retreated the 5, and that's another penalty corner. So the free hit was awarded to Hong Kong. Felix played quickly. Glenaldi just stood and tried to make the tackle. He needed to retreat 5 meters. And third penalty corner for Hong Kong China. Game's on, the inject will come. This time it's Choi. And that's a great save by Usman. Very brave, putting his body on the line. The flick straight down the line and low. Glenaldi will get Indonesia going. Takes his time. Goes to the left-hand side. And Hong Kong persisting with a full press here. Why wouldn't you? Ball down the line. It's a good ball out of the back, but not able to be controlled by Indonesia, and Hong Kong now distribute around the back. Running himself into a bit of pressure is Choi, but he finds a good outlet pass to the right-hand side. It couldn't be controlled. It's just a bouncing ball. Ran over the sideline for a free hit to Indonesia. The Indonesian boys certainly playing a bit more positively than they were at the start of the week. They're beginning to find their legs. Coming into this tournament, there were only 2 players who had a few more caps, but pretty much everybody in this team making their debut in international hockey. It's a good tackle. Felix now has it for Hong Kong. He's well tackled again by Rumapia. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Kamruddin, who wins the free hit, plays early. Glenaldi, ball crashed in, opportunity for Indonesia. The ball just spills over the baseline. Castellani, the goal scorer in their last game, wasn't able to convert on this occasion. Choi to Siu, and the young Gunnar Lott with a great touch down the left sideline and feeds. Back to the top of the circle, Siu. Gunnar Lott wins possession. Kamruddin once again steals it back for Indonesia. He has a pass down the right-hand side, but that's well read by Choi. Chun, tackled. Indonesia drive forward yet again. Glenaldi this time, and he gives possession straight back to Choi. And almost intercepted in the central midfield for Indonesia by Abrianto, but falls to Felix. Usman living dangerously, ups to run it out of the circle. Then the wild crash forward. Gunnar Lott makes the trap for Hong Kong. Sanity prevails. A bit of calm now with the central midfielder Chun. Indonesia, much better marking on the shoulder and in front. Beginning to pick up some possession in those contested receives. That's a good turn by Ilham. But his pass again, looking for a high striker in the form of Castellani, is picked off. Kamruddin loses out. Hong Kong with Siu, the captain, distributing to the right sideline. Jasper Au's pass to James Shepherdson, well received. Then Hadianto gets a stick on it. Nearly makes the intercept. Gunnar Lott to Felix. Rolls inside. It's a good first touch. And then trying to go direct, but well marked. A fortuitous touch into the path of Hadianto. Now they open up space on the left side of the pitch. Dear Indonesia. Abidin. But he's pressured for the return pass comes, and it comes off Abidin's foot. Jasper Au looking for the pass to James Shepherdson, but only as far as the Indonesian midfield. That's some good play, but well stolen by Chun. Arguably been one of the best players for Hong Kong. Works really hard in midfield, both in attack and defence. Mohammed Ilham now, and that's a sloppy receive by Hadianto. Very lucky that that ball has gone through Abrianto on the left side now with Glenaldi. He shows too much of the ball to the defence before trying to hammer it forward. Aimlessly crashed forward by Glenaldi. Denny. It's a good pass. Glenaldi now has it. Indonesia attacking down the left-hand side. May get the free hit. Abidin getting the foot. Glenaldi now has the ball. He'll start from a long corner position. Rolls infield and cracks it forward dangerously. Wasted opportunity. Hong Kong, China just slowing things down, getting their structure back in place. It's a good ball to Siu, easily outlet. Gunnar Lott, good first touch, rolls inside, finds James Shepherdson down to the baseline, and well trapped by Ho, but he had no support on the inside. Hadianto gets it off the foot. That brings us to the end of the quarter. Hong Kong with a convincing 2-0 lead. The goals coming quite early in the piece. First goal through Yu in the first minute, second goal in the 8th minute. We'll have a 2-minute break and then be back for quarter 2. And we make our way back onto the pitch for quarter two. Second of 4 quarters of 15 minutes. Indonesia currently trailing Hong Kong, China by 2-0. The goal scorers Yu Chi-wai in the first minute of the game and Ho Ching in the 8th minute. Indonesia have lost their goalkeeper to injury and they don't have a backup keeper. Right now, they certainly don't have a kicking back as well. So they've got 11 players on the field, but they should have one that's got a different coloured shirt on. The umpires haven't picked up on that, and play continues. James Shepherdson eliminates well. Well defended by Indonesia. Ball to the left side, controlled by Kuzari. Finds a good pass infield. Before James Shepherdson steals possession, beats Kuzari, all ends up round the right-hand side, and then drops the ball infield, but none of his fellow teammates were leading for that one. Hadianto now has possession for Indonesia. The left midfield channel, wins a free hit. Ball down the line, runs over the sideline and out, and Hong Kong, China gets the free hit, started by Gunnar Lott. Unmarked James Shepherdson in the midfield. Couldn't control the first touch. Sudasa Yos wins possession and plays forward. Indonesia getting into some good spaces here, much better. Hadianto driving down the right sideline. Poor first touch. Cracks it aimlessly back. And James Shepherdson does the work for Hong Kong. Finds himself isolated and well stolen. Sudasa Yos, the man doing all the work there. Denny plays it outside. Good ball forward, Felix. Denny scrambles the ball away, paddles it as far as Hadianto. Stands and delivers and wins the free hit. Under pressure was number 2 for Hong Kong, Tae. And now Glenn Aldi smashes the ball straight to a defender in the form of Tso. Good positioning by Gunnar Lott. Makes his way into the centre of the field and pivots through him. Indonesia now stepping up into a more aggressive press. But Felix Chihim now beats the first defender, has Denny to beat. Gets the ball on the reverse stick side. Denny runs past him. Good skill by Felix. Ball comes back. And there you go, goal number 2 for Hong Kong. Bit of a scramble at the top of the circle. Felix Chihim was well tackled. Indonesia couldn't clear the ball to safety. And that man, Yu, gets his second goal. Hong Kong, China extend that lead to 3-0. Goal coming in the 19th minute of the game. The aerial option by Kuzari going straight over the sideline. Hong Kong once again come forward through Ho. Ball falls to Felix. He's hassled. His defender's up his back. Now has 2 of them. Wins possession once more. Beats them. Opens the space around the left for James Shepherdson. Plays it back inside, and there's goal number 4 for Hong Kong, China. That's well controlled by Felix, who played provider for Shepherdson.
Goal number 4 for Hong Kong, China was scored by player number 6, Yu Chi-wai.
Yu Chi-wai gets his hat-trick in the game. He now extends his tally in the tournament to 5 goals. The wheels have just fallen off a little bit for Indonesia. They were playing pretty well and competing. And the Indonesians look as though they've managed to get the kit off Zain Deed and have strapped up Usman. So they'll be putting a field player on as a replacement goalkeeper now. But Indonesia attacking the left-hand side through Ahmadi. It's end-to-end action here. Tight tussle in that midfield, but Hong Kong China win the battle. Ball played around the back to Ho. Let's see. Gunnar Lott carries forward in the left half berth. Rounds up and drives between two defenders. Just pulls it out. Plays the free hit quickly. Back into the circle. Good ball on the far post. And that's number 6 once more. That gets his 4th goal of the afternoon. Takes his tally to 6.
The 5th goal for Hong Kong China was scored by player number 6, Yijiwan.
Indonesia have really let the game slip in the last few minutes. They've had a dreadful last 3 or 4 minutes. Hong Kong China, they've accelerated well. They've blown the score out to 5-0, hold a healthy lead. Indonesia, Rumapia looking for the through ball, but Sudasa Yosa checked his run and hadn't continued the lead. See, it's a good pass to the outside, and so finds Ho. Easy as you like it. Plenty of space for Hong Kong China now. Well defended. Scrappy contest, but it eventually makes its way to the right channel with Rumapia. He rides through the first 2 tackles and eventually loses out possession. James Shepherdson now driving at the circle, beats 2, rounds Denny. The goalkeeper comes out and that'll be a penalty stroke. He's taken Shepherdson out from behind. Awful tackle by the goalkeeper, or the acting goalkeeper. And very lucky to still be on the pitch. James Shepherdson in a world of pain here. Thankfully, makes his way up. He's on his feet. Putting the ball in the spot, ready to take the penalty stroke, is Felix for Hong Kong. Felix converts, penalty stroke. Hong Kong China extend. 6-0 they lead. It's been a 5-goal blowout, a 4-goal blowout, I beg your pardon, in the second quarter.
Number 6 from Hong Kong China was scored by player number 4, Yu Felix Ji.
6th goal coming in the 22nd minute. It's been a flurry of activity. Hong Kong look as though they're not about to let up anytime soon. And here comes a card to Indonesia. Hadianto will get 2 minutes on the sin bin. James Shepherdson. Acres are spaced on the right-hand side for Hong Kong. Ho belts it in, but Denny showed too much of the ball and nearly had it stolen off him. Choi plays outside. James Shepherdson once more in acres of space, and the ball to the far post. There you go, goal number 7. It's a fantastic bit of ball movement by Hong Kong. That goal tipped in at the far post. Number 13 for Hong Kong. Angus Chan becomes goal scorer number 7.
Goal number 7 from Hong Kong, China was scored by player number 13, Chan Angus.
Indonesia now, you'd have to say, all but well and truly done for. Hong Kong, China will be looking to finish off on a high here. James Shepherdson, once again, totally unmarked. Drives and drops the ball back for Tsoi. Wenful Monthong under a lot of attention before turning the ball over. That's off the foot. Abidin. Well, what a second quarter it's been for Hong Kong, China, as James Shepherdson smashes that one over the top. The goals coming in the 19th minute, 2 goals in the 19th minute, 1 goal in the 20th minute, and then 2 goals in the 22nd minute. 5 goals in total in quarter 2 for Hong Kong. They've blown out to a 7-0 lead as Indonesia try to find themselves some way to at least get themselves on the scorecard. Good pressure by James Shepherdson. I beg your pardon, not Shepherdson. Tsang. Indonesia now. Ghazari trying to go aerial, but turns it over. 2 balls on the pitch. Shepherdson helps the play around the back. All the options forward were closed, and they rotate. Pivot the possession to the right side of the field, but defence has drifted over, and now they come back to the left. Tsoi finds space down the left sideline. Wenful Monthong is well tackled. Back with Tsoi. Acres of space at centre mid, and Chun's got it now. Drives it into the circle, but screened by Hadianto. And he panels it away to safety. Hong Kong trying to play the 1-2 passes, but only as far as the circle. Now it's back. Once again, top of the circle, James Shepherdson. Puts Tsoi into space down the left-hand side. Goalkeeper's off his line, and there you go. Easy as you like it. The cross coming from Tsoi. I think that's got a touch off a defender, so the goal will be attributed to Tsoi. Just have to wait for confirmation of that. 8-0 now for Hong Kong. There we have it. The stadium announcers just confirming Gabriel Tsoi is the goal scorer. His attempted cross deflected into goals by a defender, and the goal counts because Tsoi was inside the circle when he made that cross. On the right hand side now, Angus Chan flowing down the right sideline, but well tackled. Broken down at least, and the free hit goes the way of Hong Kong, China. Sudarso Yos, it was that broke the play down there. Looked as though he'd got a clean tackle on it, but the umpires spotted a foot. Danny for Indonesia. Outlets. Glenaldi couldn't get on the end of that one. Tsoi. Good ball into the central midfield position. Chun rolls out. Finds space and tapped into play in the centre of the circle by James Shepherdson, but a little bit too far away from any supporting players. Felix. Hong Kong doing really well just to hold possession and pivot around the back. That's a good lead, but well marshalled by Indonesia, and they get a bit of a rush of blood to the head. Sudasa Yos, and he smashes it straight back to Hong Kong. Now build up through Tsoi. Takes on Glenn Aldi before finding Felix out in the left half position. Ball down the line. But both Tsang and Siu had led to the same spot, and there was no depth to that attack. Ilham. That's good interplay between Ilham and Glenaldi, but Glenaldi just turns possession over cheaply. Tsoi takes the decision to go to the right half. With Tse has acres of time and space before he delivers to Chun. Too many green and white shirts in front of him, so he rolls out. Once again with Tse, right half. Good transfer to the left midfield now with Siu. Tsang. He was looking for Felix to keep on leading. Felix had just checked his run. Denny. Cracks the ball forward, but dangerously. So it'll be a free hit to Hong Kong on the edge of the 25, or just outside the 25. Siu can't go forward, so it goes round the back. See, cracks it in, but that man, Sudasa Yos, once again picks up possession, and he runs backwards, gets himself into all sorts of trouble, and then plays the ball up the line. Indonesia winning possession, and this one slammed downfield. Glenaldi rolls onto it, turns strong, but he's lost control of the ball. And Tsang just gently rolls it infield to Siu. Looking for Felix, and he's found him in the right striker's position. Gets into the circle, rolls in, throws it in to the centre, but Denny clears away safely. An action-packed second quarter it's been. Hong Kong have been the better side in the second quarter. So we wind away down to the quarter time break. There's 45 seconds left. Glenaldi scrapping, but the defense from Ho is good before he gives it back to Kamradin. And he in turn passes it back to Siu. Acres of space down the left side for Tsang. One touch pass looking for Felix to the outside, but just off the edge of his stick. Indonesia now come forward. Stepping in front was Tsoi. Good intensity about this play from Hong Kong. Felix gets round, cracks the shot away, but it misses the goals entirely on the near post side. That should have gone across the face of goal. Oh, what a second quarter from Hong Kong, China. Second quarter comes to a close. They've managed to score 6 goals in that second quarter to extend their lead from 2 goals to 0 all the way through to 8 goals to 0. Teams will have a quick break for 10 minutes, and then we'll be back. And we're back for the second half in the 5th-6th playoff in the men's competition. Hong Kong, China, runaway goal scorers in the second quarter, extended their lead from 2-0 to 8-0, scoring 6 goals in that second quarter. Really putting an end to the afternoon for Indonesia. The Indonesian goalkeeper picked up an injury in early on in the first minute of the game. He's been in the medics tent for the best part of 30 minutes, but has now made his way back into goals, has Zain Deed. So seems to have recovered pretty well. And Indonesia could have done with him in that second quarter. But the play's been all Hong Kong, China. So they come forward now through central midfielder Chun. Ball falls for the captain, Siu, out to the left side. Felix takes the contact before winning a penalty corner. That's penalty corner number 4 for Hong Kong this afternoon. They haven't needed too many penalty corners. It's been field goals all the way. In that second quarter, 2 field goals in the 19th minute for number 6, Yu Chi Wai, followed by a third one in the 20th minute. So he's got 4 for the afternoon. So we watch this penalty corner. Deflection option for Felix on the left post, but actually deflects it out of the line of the goals. So the 4 goals from Yu Chi Wai, and then followed it in the 22nd minute, 1 for Felix, the captain, through a penalty stroke. And another one in the 22nd minute from Angus Chan through a field goal. And then Gabriel Tsoi got one in the 25th minute. And that took all the momentum out of Indonesia. Hadianto now, he spills possession. James Shepherdson flows on. Felix, 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper to the far post. Not able to get that one to his supporting striker in Winfall Monthong. James Shepherdson tackled. Walidin winning the free hit for Indonesia. Sadasa Yos looking for options but can't get his head up. And then eventually finds a good pass to Abidin. Abidin goes forward once more. Awaludin rolls out of the contest and finds space on the right side of the field where Hadianto is waiting, but chose to go direct. And that was a shot that resembled a pretty good 4-iron, a low stinger into the wind, but nearly took the head off a few Hong Kong defenders. Chun linking well with Siu. James Shepherdson. The idea was correct. Execution just a little bit off. And Indonesia come away with the ball. Aerial route by Kamruddin. That's been dangerous to the Hong Kong defenders, so they get the free hit. Chun goes down the line. Winfall Monthong. Tacks infield. And is well tackled. Ball down the line. Sadasa Yos can't control, and Chun wins a free hit for Hong Kong. James Shepherdson plays the ball out. Jasper Au feeding Chun, who goes to the left-hand side. Gunal Lot to Felix, who's unmarked at the top of the circle. And his first touch too heavy. It's a good opportunity for Hong Kong. Glenaldi is now back in the full-back position. And that one will sting. Angus Chan cops one to the hip from Rumapia. raised dangerously. He's decided that he needs some time on the side to get some ice on that one, but Hong Kong play on. James Shepherdson rounds the defence, looking for a penalty corner, but is well tackled by Sudasa Yos. Tsoi now with the ball for Hong Kong. Delivers to Felix on the right-hand side. He's under close guard from 4 defenders. Ball fell to Yu. He was tackled eventually. Hong Kong now build again through the left-hand side. Gunnar Lott comes forward. Good ball into the circle and penalty corner from Winfall Monthong. Hong Kong, China. All the play now. Good discipline from them. Just keep passing the ball around and penetrating through open passing channels. It's 8-0 to Hong Kong. Penalty corner number 5. Ball in and well saved by Zane Deed, but paddles it onto his postman, who's on the line with no defence behind him. That's another penalty stroke awarded. Unlucky defender there was Kamruddin. Totally unsighted, nothing he could do to get out of the way of that one. Felix once again will step up for another penalty stroke. First one went to the keeper's right-hand side. And the second one saved. The goalkeeper reading the play. Felix tried to change direction and go to the keeper's left. Indonesia play on quickly. Outlet down the left through Awaluddin. Running at the Hong Kong defence and broken down by James Shepherdson. Awaluddin gets the free hit. Well, on the ball now is Castellani. Trying speculative pass forward. Tsoi is good enough to control it and win the free hit for Hong Kong. He tries the aerial route. Sudasa Yos can't control. Felix gets the ball now. Carries. Beats the first one. Beats the second. Has space on the support on the left-hand side. Gets the free hit. Plays to himself. Goes quickly into the circle. The umpire brings the ball back. Down the left-hand side now Hong Kong. Good ball through. Paddled away to safety by the Indonesian defence. Scrambling hard before Usman smashes it down the line. Hong Kong reset. These two sides really throwing everything at each other. Tsoi with a rare lapse of concentration lets the ball roll onto his feet. Big crash ball coming through from Indonesia. Abrianto. He saw the stars in his eyes and everything lit up, but nobody was home. Tsoi just knocks the ball onto the feet. Play on, says the umpire. Advantage to Hong Kong. They have the possession now. Tsoi comes back to Siu. Tries to find the free hit, but Hadianto cleans up and Kazari throws it straight back to Tsoi. Great ball forward to Felix. Finds open space on the left-hand side. Shot comes in. Charged down for a long corner. Siu, the captain, gets the game live. Acres of space down the right-hand side here. Jasper Au plays the ball to the baseline, and that's well controlled by Yu. But in looking for the contact, just turns it over. He was well tackled by Hadianto. Ball to the left for Indonesia. The wild swing by Kamruddin, dangerous. Misses the ball completely. James Shepherdson plays on. Felix unmarked in the penalty spot. Gets the shot away. Zaindeed once again saves well for Indonesia. Ho attacking down the left side now, but plays the ball over the baseline. Indonesia in no rush. Glenaldi just walks the ball forward slightly, engages the line a fraction, going the aerial route. Usman, the defender underneath it, and he gets bundled over. A little shove in the back from Ho. He'll get 2 minutes. Oh, is that a yellow card? He gets 5 minutes, a minimum of 5 minutes on the naughty chair. Denny finds space on the left with Ilham. Ilham tries the long pass. Too easy for Jasper Au to step in front and receive it. It's a good ball out of James Shepherdson. Now down the left-hand side with Choi yet again. Chun. He has an option back. So, back to Chun. Felix makes a trap, spins. Goes to his reverse stick side, gets the shot away. It's a tip in. And there you go, another goal for Hong Kong. Well converted opportunity. Good ball movement to build it out of the back. And acceleration into the circle. Hong Kong now leading 9-0. Indonesia waiting for the umpire to set the clock again. Time's on.
From Hong Kong, China was scored by player number 23, Zhang Martin.
Go confirmation of the goal scorer, Martin Tsang, number 23. Indonesia building up down the left-hand side of the pitch now. Mohamed Ilham. Aerial pass attempted. Little fortuitous to get away with that one. Ramapia drops the ball out the back to Glenaldi, who makes a hash of the clearance. Chun comes forward now. Unmarked inside the circle. That's another penalty stroke. The goalkeeper Zaindeed taking out Martin Tsang. And the afternoon of horrors continues for Indonesia. They'll get another opportunity from the penalty spot. The third penalty stroke of the afternoon for Hong Kong. And this one well converted. They extend the lead, 10-0. That's an exceptionally well taken penalty stroke. Win for Monthong.
From Hong Kong, China scored by number 21, Monthong Winful.
We've seen it happen all afternoon. Once Hong Kong get on a roll, they score a couple in quick succession. Ball to Jasper Au, well received by Jasper. And then the pass to downtown, intercepted by Mohamed Ilham. Jasper Au chases back. That's good pressure by Choi. Chun drives towards the left-hand side. Attempted pass to his captain, Siu. Well picked off by Indonesia. And it falls well for Castellani, the goal scorer in the last game, who flashes it past the far post. Another good opportunity. Goes begging, this time for Indonesia. That would have been their second goal of the tournament had they managed to convert that. Castellani has the ability to punish sides. Siu misses the trap. Bad tackle, but Castellani now one-on-one. Enters the circle, gets the ball up in the air, and then the cover defence comes in. And eventually Siu, the captain, cleans up. Ball played down the line early. Really stretched now are these two sides. James Shepherdson up against 4 defenders from Indonesia. He turns the ball over. Hadianto with Usman. Rumapia opens the space down the left-hand side. Sudarso Yos. And then, no idea what Sudarso Yos was attempting there, but that pass straight to Jasper Au. Eventually, Hong Kong attack down the left-hand side, back into the middle. Siu now carries strong. Rolls off the first defence. Ball to the space down the left side, into the penalty spot area. Cleared up by the goalkeeper, Zaindeed. Mohammed Ilham back there now to Sudarso Yos. Back to Ilham. Yos. Attempted reverse to clearance, dangerous. Montong windfall. James Shepherdson plays early, drives at the circle, gets the penalty corner off the shin. The umpire doesn't spot it, he says play on. Ball played to the far side, and that's a good follow-up by Gunnar Lott. He finds support. James Shepherdson spins and converts the goal. 11 goals to 0. Hong Kong really running away with this one now. Goal from James Shepherdson coming in the 44th minute of the game.
Goal number 11 was scored by Hong Kong, China by player number 25, Shepherdson James.
And in the process of that, Usman, number 4 for Indonesia, has been sent to the sin bin. We have another substitution, Gleneldy coming off for Indonesia. The umpire's just checking, technical officials checking that the correct number of players are on the pitch. Correct, Indonesia have one guy on the sin bin, so one of those players has to leave the field. Now one man down. Play is now underway. Yet again, aggressive press put on Indonesia here. Free hit given. Falls the way of Indonesia. Denny plays the ball out to the left-hand side. Kuzari. Well cleaned up by Tsoi. He's been good at the back for Hong Kong this afternoon. And then a sloppy trap by Gunnar Lott. Hadianto. Attempted aerial pass from Mohammed Ilham. Taken down well. Good interplay by Hong Kong, China, but just not able to control the ball was Angus Chan. Ball crashed downtown. Rumapia. He's blown up for shielding the ball. 4 seconds left in the quarter. And there we go. Quarter comes to an end. Hong Kong, China leading by 11 goals to 0. They scored 3 more goals in this quarter. We'll have a 2-minute break and then be back for the final quarter of the game. Well, we're underway for the fourth and final quarter in the fifth-sixth game playoff. Hong Kong absolutely dominating Indonesia in the men's competition. A very healthy 11-0 lead. And that's well cleaned up by Kuzari for Indonesia. "15 minutes left. Can Indonesia find a solution and mount a miracle comeback? Dare say it's all but gone. But we've seen some fairly strange things in the Soccer World Cup. Who knows what might happen in 15 minutes of hockey. Chun for Hong Kong. Good connection with Siu, the captain, before he comes out to Michael Shepherdson at right half. The younger of the two Shepherdson brothers. Paddled away, but only as far as James Shepherdson. That's a very good pick by Sudasa Yos. Gets himself into a little bit of a pickle with the ball caught between his feet. Kuzari, yet again, goes down the line. Ball across the back. That's well charged down from Rumapia, but gathered again by Tsoi. Down the left sideline they come now. Good roll back in. Tsoi. Felix posting up, was looking for Siu to continue his run. Siu, on the other hand, was looking for the ball to be dropped back out of the channel. Castellani. And a shoulder charge. Windfall Monthong, sticks flying all over the shop here. Gunnar Lott copping a shot on the back of the head off the ball. Siu. Gunnar Lott yet again, down the left side this time. He tries to cross, but there are 5 Indonesian defenders in a row for it to pass through. Well, won by Chun. Free hit to Hong Kong. Ball getting a deflection off an Indonesian stick, and it'll be a free hit to Michael Shepherdson at the right half. Ball in. James Shepherdson. Good combination between Shepherdson and Lott. That's a free hit to Indonesia now. Dare say Gunnar Lott is going to be in a bit of trouble here. That's a yellow card to him. He gets 5 minutes on the side. Indonesia turn it over yet again. Chun to Michael Shepherdson. Game just getting a little bit scrappy from time to time in Hong Kong. Just need to settle this down. Retain phases. Good ball to Felix. A good tip in. The goalkeeper off his line. Easy as you like. Angus Chan says thank you. I'll have my second of the afternoon. Hong Kong extending the lead. 12-0 now. Just a goal-mouth scramble. Dreadful error by Indonesian defence.
Goal number 12 for Hong Kong, China was scored by player number 13, Chan Angus.
Angus Chan, his first goal scored in the 22nd minute. Now gets a second goal in the game. James Shepherdson, good interplay with his younger brother Michael. He's under pressure from Awaluddin, but wins that contest. And the defender lying on the ground. Kuzari very lucky not to have conceded a penalty corner there. James Shepherdson to Michael Shepherdson. No space ahead. Just wins the free hit by passing it onto the foot of Awaluddin. It's a good ball round the back. Say. Ball inside now with Tso. Tsoi down the left. Acres of space once again. But the defence equal to the task for Indonesia. Sticks flying in everywhere. Tsoi wins possession with a good tackle. Ball out. Still in. Sticks flying in everywhere. Ball raised. The umpires have missed that. Castellani now has possession for Indonesia. The lone striker against 5 defenders from Hong Kong. Awaluddin. Good ball down the line to Hadianto. But he couldn't control the trap. And we have an injury on the far side of the pitch. Tsoi, the captain, offering some advice to the umpire. Umpire Narongtuch from Thailand. Tsoi makes his way back up. Good to see he's okay. Tsoi carries the ball forward. Tsoi flows well down the left sideline. Gets a free hit off the foot. Tsoi yet again. It's a good ball to his captain, Siu, in the centre mid roll. Spins out to Chun. Plenty of space around the back here now for Tse. He flashes the ball in. Goes for a long corner. Michael Shepherdson takes the long corner. Free hit. Rolls the ball out to Tse. So, Tsoi. Ball in. Diving clearance from the young defender, Usman. Chun under pressure now from Castellani. Tse, good ball to Felix, is posting up. Tries to go to the baseline, but James Shepherdson is hiding behind. Indonesia clear. The umpire is getting the second ball off the pitch, and Michael Shepherdson takes the free hit. He's got no options to go forward. Rolls to Felix, but can't control the trap. Aerial ball doesn't really get far. They try it again, only as far as Michael Shepherdson. Plays the free hit quickly. Transfers across the centre of the pitch. Siu knocks it into space down the left-hand side. That's a free hit just outside the circle. Tsoi attracts one defender. Was looking to go to the baseline for Angus Chan. The first ball stepped in by Indonesia. They win the free hit. 16-yard out. Indonesia now. Kuzari passes over the sideline. Tsoi smacks the ball in field, only as far as Hadianto. Comes up the middle of the pitch, but gives the ball straight back to Tse. Free hit to Hong Kong. Michael Shepherdson takes the free hit early. Off he goes. No pressure. Eventually Siddhartha Yos steps in and Michael Shepherdson wins a free hit. Just outside the circle, James Shepherdson, the elder brother. Spins well. Trying to go to the far post. Marking in front on that instance was Kamaruddin. He runs out to the right sideline and then gives the ball straight back to Hong Kong. Chun combines with Shepherdson. James Shepherdson Ball in and crashed over the baseline by the captain, Siu. Just caught in two minds with what to do there. Usman. He leaves the ball for Glenaldi. Chun. Can't control the trap and it falls for Abidin. He's passed forward. Only as far as the Hong Kong defender. Say has possession. Chun regathers. So goes out to the left sideline. Ho down the line. Good ball. Good interplay by Hong Kong. But it comes to naught because Usman mops up at the back. Jasper Au to Chun. Now Michael Shepherdson carrying down the right side. Felix in space, unmarked. That's sloppy from Felix. He really needed to go to the far post. Needed to send that ball across the face of the goal. Glenaldi. Outlets to the sideline, but turns it over. James Shepherdson back in. Felix posting up. The ball just off his foot. Glenaldi smacks this ball out to the right hand side and manages to find Rumapia. Free hit goes to Hong Kong. Acres of space on the right hand side with Michael Shepherdson here, but the ball crashed into a crowded defensive zone before it's eventually deflected towards Shepherdson off a foot. Hadianto has possession. Ball out to the sideline. Castellani rolls, beats the first defender, but he's got a few to beat. That's well defended by Tso. Castellani again goes. No support on the inside. Careless defence, and into the circle go Castellani. The ball not moved 5 metres before played into the circle. Chun straightens up, nearly makes a meal of it, but eventually finds a good ball through to Yu. He's managed to score 6 goals so far in the tournament and 4 of them this afternoon. Plays the ball to the far side left post, and there you go, James Shepherdson slams it home on the near post. Hong Kong extending the lead, 13 goals to 0 now. Dreadful afternoon out on the pitch for Indonesia.
13 for Hong Kong, China was scored by player number 25, Jefferson James.
Well, Indonesia, they've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds to try and get themselves on the scoreboard. Castellani takes on the defence. Beats one, gets to the baseline and then wins a penalty corner. Umpire Harry Manikandan not at all happy with some of the tackles that have come in from Tso, and he gets 2 minutes on the naughty chair. Well, Indonesia, the first penalty corner of the game. Can they trouble the scorers? Denny injects. Rumapia, and that's a great save by the goalkeeper, Chan. I beg your pardon. The goalkeeper in this instance, Kam Tai for Hong Kong. Ball played in for Indonesia, but nobody at home in the centre of the circle. And eventually the captain, Siu, for Hong Kong, gets a foot. Great save. James Shepherdson takes responsibility for the ball around the back. Acres of space, and that's a good lead. Through traffic comes Montong Winfall. It's dangerously into the thigh, and that's where Glenaldi gets the free hit. He plays quickly, goes down, but smacks the ball on the wrong side of the high striker, Mohammed Ilham. Say, down the left sideline. It's a good pass, but looks like Jasper Auer that just stood on top of the ball. Denny, he's had the ball stolen off his stick. Jasper Auer now down the left side. Ball raised and cleared to safety, but only as far as Montong Winfall. Rolling. And over the baseline it goes. Angus Chan, not able to link with you. Chun drives the ball in. He's taken out. And Hadianto, very lucky to only concede a free hit outside the circle. Montong, Winfall. Ball cracked in by Michael Shepherdson, but cleaned up and paddled away by Glenaldi. Ball comes back with interest. Goalkeeper makes a save. Rebound comes. And Siu with a shot can't convert. Hong Kong China running out 13-0 winners over Indonesia. They've had a tough day in the afternoon, and Hong Kong seal 5th position in the table. Indonesia finishing bottom of the table. Tough encounter this afternoon. Both sides will be happy to earn a well-earned rest at the end of a busy week. Well, that wraps up the competition from pitch 2 at the Sengkang Hockey Stadium. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you again soon.